Yo, 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 yo. What is up? What is up? It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building. You know who that guy is. That's Detroit Mel, the man with the Grandmaster Plan for the I.O.W network. And how is everybody doing today? It is happy Thursday. Yeah. Thursday? Yeah, because I used to get drunk as hell on a Thursday, but you know, now
that was every day.
Well,
you don't wait till Thursday, no more.
Yeah, sometimes I didn't wait till Thursday, but you know, it's now the way my body is set up. The way that my body is set up now,
right.
I only drink on weddings, birthdays, and funerals. That's about it. Man, how you doing today, big bro?
Good, man. Good. Sick of some of these motherfuckers at work, but I'm good.
I mean, you know how it be at work, you know, and until we win the lottery, we just got to deal with them.
Right, got to deal with them. Because they're trying to kill them.
I mean, you know, we gotta
allegedly.
Allegedly, hey, you gotta throw that in there because hey, people get screwed nowadays if you don't throw that allegedly in there. Hey, I think it's funny that Brett Favre is suing Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp,
right,
for I guess defamation and slander,
alleged defamation.
Yeah, alleged. Nah, bro, you deserved it, Brett.
Right.
you did some real janky shit, cuz. You may have paid the money back, but the way you obtained it in the beginning was a little fucked up, a little shaky, cuz.
And it's funny how like people with money can pay it back. People who ain't got no money going to jail.
Hey, I shouldn't be digging too deep in there, but State North Carolina trying to get after me for that damn shit after COVID. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I need that shit. And like, come on, what are we talking about?
What you doing?
They coming after me for 6 bands. I'm like, God damn, like, come on, y'all treat me like I'm a damn fugitive or some shit.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't Brett Favre. Can't pay that shit back.
Brother, look, I needed that during the pandemic. I don't know what you think this is. I is not balling like that. But anyway.
Rob Peter rob a bank to pay y'all back.
Hey, if I ever text you, let's ride. You know what
time it is.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna let you decide whether you rolling or you ain't. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's ride. I'm a Russell Wilson.
I feel like that. I'm like, fuck it.
I'm telling you, if I hit you with the Russell Wilson, let's ride. You already know what time it is.
You gotta get better results though.
Oh, we gonna have better results. Trust, because first of all, you know, I already got the right proper face covering.
Oh, okay.
You know, I already got routes. You know, drawn out. You know, you feel me?
I'm gonna dress like a white man.
Hey. You gonna go white face?
I'm going white face. If you do black face, I'm doing white face.
Anyway, y'all know what the deal is, man. Hey, welcome to another episode of I.O.W Sports. It's episode 223. Of course, Wildcard Mar, Detroit Mel. We acting up, cutting up, acting a fool as usual. But y'all know what it is. You see all the social media on the bottom of the screen. Please go on over to all those sites, join, hit the like, share, hit the subscribe button, spread the word what we got going on. I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly on YouTube. And follow the YouTube channel I.O.W Sports Network where you can see all the content that we got here at I.O.W Sports. Then of course I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. And then if you want to follow me personally, the Wildcard Mar, KC Wildcard Mar on Twitter, Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm working on mine.
Yeah. I'm trying to convince Detroit Mel to get the Detroit Mel Twitter, get the Detroit Mel Instagram and the Facebook. You know,
so shut down too quick.
Now, because what had happened is like some of the stuff, some of these cluckers are jumping in the DMs looking for you, and since both of us have access to the I.O.W social media platforms. I need them to direct them directly to.
I like it just like that. So if I don't like what I see, I can just be like, that was Lamar.
Nah. I don't need none of that traffic going to the I.O.W. Sports. I needed to swing towards.
What you said was Nick, man. Whatever. You just blame it on Nick. He ain't around right now anyway, so it don't matter.
Hey, all I'm saying is when the business go by my phone, is just see your ass up in the air, and I'll be like that.
When you pinpoint, it's just my own thing. I ain't got no way out. You know what I'm saying? See, leave it like it is. I got at least 2 people I can be like, hey, man.
Hey, I'm just gonna apologize in advance. So when I get yelled at for the ass on my phone because of the DMs,
you say his name.
Oh no, I drop dime on you in a heartbeat. Like, baby, man, these
you know how nigga is. You know how nigga
is. I'm blaming you. Boy, I'm dropping. I'm talking about. Look. I stick to the code, dog. I really do. When it comes to me sleeping on the couch and sleeping in my nice, comfortable bed that's under my name, I like to sleep in that one. All right?
No doubt, man. I ain't worried about that. As long as she ain't the police, I'm good.
Nah. She not the police, but she got investigative skills like she is, though. Shit.
This don't look like no ass I recognize.
Boy, I swear to God, she like true crime. She be solving shit, but I swear to God. Anyway, hey, let's jump in the comments. See who we got today. MJ, he's in here.
Matt?
What's up with you, man? You're doing good. Shout out to Matt, one of our biggest supporters. Hey, man, shout out to our man AP. He's one of our biggest supporters too.
What up, Ed?
Got my man. Yeah, Tank Davis finally he pleaded guilty to a hit and run that happened last year. He gets sentenced in May, so we got to see boxing fans keep an eye on that because if Gervonta Davis has to take a little bit of vacation, and that kind of changes things in the boxing world a little bit because we're waiting for him and Ryan Garcia to get at it, man. Right. I've been waiting for that fight for a minute, and hopefully, it won't be. I mean, it depends because it was a hit and run situation. He did leave the scene of an accident. There were some injuries involved, so I'm hoping that the state don't throw the book at homeboy. Which I know how it is. You see a little melanin and some money, things kind of get to changing a little bit quicker. Hey,
just tell Ryan Garcia to get locked up till they can fight in prison.
fight. do some jailhouse boxing.
Jailhouse boxing.
Yeah. Saints running back might go to Alvin Kamara. Yep, he might for that little situation he had in the Pro Bowl last year. He might deal with that. But funny that we're talking about NFL because we're going to put our final bowl NFL. Obviously, Super Bowl just happened last Sunday. We know who the winner was.
Who won?
It's I mean, y'all can take it 2-1. I ain't gonna brag.
Oh, that's here.
Well, you know who won, but anyway,
put your down.
Hey, big dog, let's put the final ball on this NFL season. There's some headlines coming out of the Super Bowl for sure. AP, there you go. There go AP.
Yeah, I was trying to chill. This is just
so, you trying to chill today?
I chill. See, I came. I was like, "What's up, Ed? I ain't coming to fuck you, Ed. You know what I'm saying?"
Nah, AP ain't letting you chill, dog. He is not letting you chill.
This
man.
nigga,
it ain't
happening, man. That's how you get down.
But so the final bowl in this season. So obviously, let me ask you this: what would be your understanding, or what are your thoughts and feelings? Obviously, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Going into next year, do you see them being in the same position, same, or will they have the same doubters as they did this year? What are your thoughts and feelings going into next year on what you saw from the Chiefs on Sunday and how they ended the season and going into next year. How do you think they're going to shape up?
I mean, as long as they keep everybody, I don't see why they wouldn't be the favorites going into next year. I mean, I still say it's always gonna come down, as I see it, the Bengals and Chiefs. I mean, if Buffalo can be the Buffalo of a couple of years ago, I'll throw Buffalo in there. But the way they played this year, if they keep on that same trajectory, it's gonna just be Bengals and Chiefs. Whoever wins that, Super Bowl. That's what it looks like to me in the AFC.
He's saying the same thing. Oh, you and AP over here agreeing? Oh, what is this?
Yeah, I know. I take a bath. Hold on a second. Let me back up and take a bath. Make me feel dirty agreeing with this nigga.
Hey man, hey, I've seen stranger things, but when you and AP start agreeing, oh boy, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on when you and AP start agreeing? Like, what? There's something going on. Like I don't know if I should start like getting ammunition, getting food. Should I start getting my survival kit ready? Like is it Armageddon back to go down? Because when you and AP start agreeing, boy, we might have some damn problems on our hands.
You know what, Matt? Here's my thing about that. The Rodgers Rodgers go to the Jets, man. My thing is this: I still got to prove it. These two teams been showing that they been consistent for the last 3 years now. So until they prove it, I put them in there. For right now, I'm just gonna stick with 60 and KC.
Because I see MJ. He's saying pretty much it's KC, Cincy, and it's everyone else, and it's hard to go away from that in the AFC. I mean obviously, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's hard to get away from Kansas City and Cincy because obviously, the way that Buffalo has failed to Kansas City twice in the playoffs. Then this past postseason, he's a damn good crybaby. So he's a damn good crybaby. You see Buffalo struggle with Kansas City in the playoffs 2 years in a row, and then this past postseason they can't get past Cincinnati.
That's a good point too, and I'm gonna talk on that as soon as Lamar finishes the point too. That's a good
point.
Yeah.
We'll get to the NFC side because I got I don't have a crazy take, but I got a prediction on your NFC champions, Philadelphia Eagles. But with Cincinnati, Joe Burrow is going to be there. He's going to get paid. Because he's eligible for a contract extension. So it's just Herbert. So please expect both of them to break the bank for sure at some point leading up to training camp. Because I mean, let's be honest. If you're a GM of Cincinnati, are you even waiting to even try to get him signed?
I mean, just go ahead and pay him, get out of the way, man. I mean, it's inevitable anyway. You're not gonna get rid of him, so you might why even play around with it? Just go ahead and pay him, get out of the way.
Oh yeah. Just go ahead and take care of it.
Yeah, acting like a black person with a bill come. Don't wait for the red to come on the bill. Just pay him. Just pay him.
Just go ahead and pay it, dog. Like what you wait? Like what are we doing?
It's like Cincinnati wait for it to come show up in red, then we'll pay him.
Hey, there's no need to wait. There's no need to wait. But no, Cincinnati is going to be there. Obviously, you don't. Jamar Chase has, I think, 2 more years on his rookie deal, so not paying him yet. So that's one big piece. Obviously, T. Higgins, your offense is there. Obviously, you got to upgrade some pieces on your maybe offensive line. Just at least for depth, because obviously that was probably one of the bad things that happened against you against Kansas City. You didn't have the offensive line. And then 6 years, $295 million. Ooh.
How much of that's guaranteed?
Oh, bro,
that's the new thing people looking for now since Deshaun got his guarantee. Everybody like trying to get as much guarantee as they can now.
Well, do you blame
I mean,
him?
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I'm just saying. I
He
mean,
gets
you
you
know, like
guaranteed, but
when every quarterback get paid sets the market, then you gotta look at what Deshaun did. It's gonna set the new standard for getting paid.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I agree with
I
you
mean,
to
that's
a
part of
certain
the reason why
extent.
Lamar ain't signed.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. I think that's the reason why he's not signed is because he wants a certain amount of guaranteed dollars that the
Right,
Ravens don't feel comfortable giving up. But
right.
I mean, they're gonna definitely have to make a choice. But yeah, Bengals are gonna be there. Chiefs. And here's one thing about the Chiefs. You saw a lot of rookies that played for them this year on both sides of the ball, especially on defense. You're looking at a young team, very young team.
Right.
They're going to come in with some cap money, and they're going to come in with I think 11 to 12 draft picks in the upcoming draft. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless for the Chiefs. You're literally looking at a team that just won a Super Bowl in what was quote unquote by the media a rebuild, so or a revamp season. So you give them a young team, a lot of cap space, and hella draft picks. I mean, it's kind of hard to go against seeing Kansas City in there, and that's not me being a homer. I'm just looking at the facts and seeing.
Man, you just look at the fact that they start a lot of rookies. This season, how you want to say, last year, this season, whatever. They start a lot of rookies, so they can't do nothing but get better.
Exactly.
So they gotta be the favorites.
Yeah,
gotta be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of anything like any injury, they gotta be the favorite.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But like I said, I won't sleep on Cincinnati just because. I mean,
give them props.
I can never go to Tequila, man. I can never go to Tequila.
Oh yeah. Here's my thing about Cincinnati, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them who might get OBJ next year, but Cincinnati is a team that wins with a lot of deficiencies. If they can ever shore up some of the deficiencies, they might be a real scary team then. Got a lot of offensive line deficiency. They don't really have stars on defense.
No, they really don't have stars.
They play well as a unit.
You're right.
And they got Apple. So
hey, everybody can't be good, dog.
KC is toast next year. But why you say that,
Come on, man, down. Come on, man, down.
Why you say that, Mel?
Hey, first of all, Mel trolling because that man been throwing shade on the Chiefs literally for the last
NBA, man. What are you talking about?
I
talking about KC Minards.
Hey, bro, I take that shit with a grain of salt when Mel say shit like that. Dog. But and I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I'm with you. Barring a significant injury, aka to Patrick Mahomes,
right?
I don't really see too much of a drop off.
I think without Kelsey, the offense
is different. Yes,
it's different. I mean, I'm not saying they can't win without him, but it's still different. I'm the shade tree in the rain cloud.
I'm the shade tree in the rain cloud. well, here's my thing, and it's hard. It's hard to refute what you're saying because we haven't seen the Chiefs without Kelsey because Kelsey's been so durable.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to say, oh man, that offense is going to drop without Kelsey. I mean, that's obviously common sense. You would say that,
Here's what people will say, because people will say, well, if you look at the Super Bowl, even if you go into the AFC Championship, Kelsey didn't get a lot of touches, but you got to think about this. People game plan for Kelsey.
Oh yeah.
So Kelsey still opens up for other receivers. You take him out of there, it's a different game plan for Kansas City. So you don't know what that team looks like without Kelsey.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to still give Kelsey those props. So
without a doubt.
Yeah. So but barring any injury, I think KC, Cincinnati, I mean all the other AFC teams has the potential on paper, but been letting us down. We was hyping up the Chargers at 1 minute, let us down. I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
We was hyping up Buffalo, let us down. I mean, Jacksonville, giving they props, they look better, but are they Super Bowl ready now? I don't think so.
I don't think so neither.
Who else was with hyping up? Miami. And one time we was giving Miami the props. One time we was like, oh, Deshaun going to Cleveland. You know, Cleveland was a good team. They let us down.
Yeah.
So my thing is, until we can see those other teams prove it, those are the two favorites in the AFC to me.
I hear you. But it's funny that you say that, because I think going into this past season, I think you could have easily said it was a 3-team race with Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Buffalo. But now, after you see pretty much, I don't want to say a decline in Josh Allen, is you could just see a difference without Brian Daboll, and you see a difference in Daniel Jones with Brian Daboll. I mean, it's coincidental. It's funny how that works. How a coach can go from one quarterback to another, and you see a slight decline, and you see a progression in the other one. So that's just funny, Just you thought you would never see that weird slightly drop off from Josh Allen. You thought you would never see that crazy progression from Daniel Jones, but it happened. So like going into next season, I think we're all on the same accord as Cincinnati and Kansas City. Because I feel for the Okie just like everybody. I didn't even pick Kansas City to come out the AFC this year.
I was on the Buffalo. I mean, I fell for the banana and tail.
I was on the Buffalo train.
Buffalo train.
And that thing went down pretty quick. It went down pretty easy too.
Track quick. For real.
Hey, Cincinnati put it on, dog.
You look at it like this too, bro. They had Von Miller. The defense looked pretty good with Von Miller. Von Miller went down. Their defense looked totally different. And my thing is, how you build your defense on a 38, 33,
34?
33, yeah. He's on the back end of his career. 34. You build your defense around that?
He's definitely on the back end. Von Miller is literally on pretty much his last, maybe max 2-3 years.
Right.
And they gave him like a 5 or 6 year contract. Obviously, it's full of fluff, because there's no way that it was going to be fully guaranteed. But I mean, that's.
So what you gonna do about your defense, you Buffalo? How you gonna fill the hole that Daboll left? Because obviously you need to fill that hole. So that they need to answer those questions this coming season.
I you know what it is? I just think that Josh Allen needs to be honest about where he's at, what he can do well, things that he can improve on. And it needs to be like a heart-to-heart with him and Ken Dorsey, the offensive coordinator, to put him in the best position. Because if you're just going to keep using him as a big part of your running game, it's going to take away from him progressing as a passer.
Right. And tell Ken Dorsey, this is not Miami. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't a good quarterback. Right. You wasn't a good right. You were not a good quarterback when you got to the NFL. Good college quarterback, NFL.
Ain't it, Chief?
Ain't it? You know what I'm saying? You should have sat under Daboll and learned some more.
I'll say this. This is Ken Dorsey's last year to prove that he can actually do something with Josh Allen.
That's fact.
I'll say that.
I agree.
I know Josh Allen can't lead the league in interceptions again next year and expect him to keep a job.
And I wonder how much I wonder how much of that is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, how much of that is Ken Dorsey? Because Daboll might have been able to pull his reins in a little bit, man. You don't have to be Superman.
I'm glad you said that.
You know what I'm saying? And that I'm not taking away for Daboll's coaching ability, but I'm saying was part of what he might have did was, hey, let's pull your reins in, man. You don't have to do this, blah blah blah. Versus Ken Dorsey,
don't try to make this throw. I got you.
Ken Dorsey might have had that ability to pull his reins in. And they might be good play callers, both of them, but it's just that Allen's trying to do more. His personality. I'm gonna try to be Superman, do this and do that, and that might be where the issue is. And you need somebody that can pull his reins in and get him back.
Say the whole syndrome, bro.
There you go.
I'm gonna save him. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save. I don't wanna be saved. You can't save them.
Right,
You know,
right, Matt. Only you.
when they in the screech, leave them now.
Leave the streets.
You can't turn them into a housewife. They don't act
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That pussy belongs to the street.
She from street. She ain't meant to be just for you.
Right.
This ain't just for me commercial. You ain't getting no relaxer, dog. They ain't it. Throwback just for
pass
me.
them out like hors d'oeuvres.
Hey, I know some of y'all young kids watching. Y'all don't even know what just for me is. Google it. Look it up.
Google
I know. I didn't
just for me.
Just for me.
Those who watch Soul Train seen that commercial.
Hey, boy. Hey, hair is laid down, bro.
Laid down. Dark and lovely.
I'll press the down, God damn it.
What's the other one? Sponsored by Posner.
For real though. But no, it's Josh Allen can't repeat. Look, the touchdowns look good, throwing and rushing. I'm still shocked he even got an MVP vote. I don't know who that one person is that voted for.
It might have been his mama.
Josh Allen must have some
his mama must have been on the committee.
Because I'm looking at, I'm like, bro,
I'm going for my baby.
I'm like, my thing is okay. So MVP vote, I definitely had Mahomes at 1. I had Jalen Hurts at 2, and I had Burrow at 3. Yeah, I didn't even have Allen even on the ballot.
I can see that. I mean,
if
you argue Hurts over Mahomes, I mean, it's an argument.
There's an argument. There's an argument.
So I'm saying it to say I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Mahomes winning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Say you still be wrong.
Oh yeah, you still be wrong. There's an argument to make, but I'm saying you still be wrong.
But so I wouldn't have a problem. If I would have a problem either way, put it that way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you gave it to Hurts, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, this is a travesty of justice,
So let's move on to the NFC.
Okay.
Obviously, you saw how the Eagles ended. Are they going to be back in the same position next year?
See, the Eagles got a lot of free agents, man.
Yes.
Can they keep all those players? That's the key that's the key right there. Can you keep all them players? They're gonna return with the same looking team. That's the issue with me with that's the issue with me with the Eagles, man. They can come with that same team. Hey, who's stronger than them in the NFC?
Maybe.
Please don't say Dallas.
No, come on now. Come on. Hey, look.
I agree with that, Smith.
Hey, I know we joke a lot. But there ain't no damn way that Dallas is even gonna be in that conversation.
Not yet, Ed. I can't put Justin Fields over Lamar Jackson yet.
No.
What has he proved? He haven't nobody around him to allow him to develop into a good quarterback. So right now, I don't think he have enough resume under him to put him over Lamar Jackson.
It's not his fault.
I don't think it's all his fault. I think he just don't have anybody around him. Line was garbage. He didn't really have a receiver to throw it to.
Just Fields is in a bad situation.
He'd have been through two coordinators.
Yeah.
So it's right now he had a rough start. So right now I can't.
Yeah, first year coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A rookie coach last year in everything.
Right.
So it's like he's dealing with a situation where a lot is brand new for him. And Will Smitty, I don't know about all that. I don't know about the quarterbacks taking over Justin Fields.
20?
God damn. Hey, Smitty, I'm gonna need you to drop all the quarterbacks you would put right now in the chat. You would put over Justin Fields because we gotta talk about this. Because
you say 10, I could see 10, but 20?
Yeah, if you say I'm still 10. I'm still kind of thinking
okay, let's say it like this. I give you Pat, Burrow.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Hurts.
Hurts. Oh yeah.
Because he don't have a lot of resume though. So to me, it's like I still put Herbert over him.
Fair.
Who else? Who else? I mean, Deshaun. Even though Deshaun had a crappy season last year, he still proved prior to that he's a better quarterback. I can't. I mean, I'll throw last year out because he didn't play in 2 years.
I get what you're saying, but my thing is we can't go ahead and just dismiss what Justin Field did last year over what Deshaun hasn't done in 2.5 years.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? I
hear
can't.
you, but my thing is like, how can you? I mean, because it's like this. Because he put.
Now, if you're talking about totality of career, then yes, I would rock with Deshaun.
I had to go with the whole. I had to go with that because that's all we have to go off of. You know what I'm saying? That's all we have to go off of. Because if I'm saying that Fields don't have enough resume, then I had to use everybody else's resume. You know, the totality of their resume.
Okay.
So what's that? That's 5. That's 5 quarterbacks right there. I named. So let me see who else.
Going Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I still get Aaron Rodgers. That's 6.
Okay, that's 6.
I still put Josh Allen over him. You know, he had a funky year last year. I still put him over him.
I'm not gonna argue that.
That's 7. Who else?
Trevor Lawrence.
I give him that. I put them kind of in the same category because Lawrence just started advancing this year. Last year was his coming out party, so I kind of put them kind of in the same category.
Would you give him a slight edge because he's on a better team and made it to the playoffs?
Yeah, I can give him a slight edge, but I still won't. It won't be that far of a distance between the two.
So I'm at 7.
So I'm at 7 now.
Okay.
Who am I forgetting? I gotta go through the teams. It wouldn't be Dak. I really have Dak.
I'd have cut this shit off. You said Dak, dog. I'm going
through the teams in my head.
Like, wrap this shit up, B.
Right up.
Obviously, we agreed Lamar Jackson would be better, right?
Yeah, Lamar. So that's 8.
Say Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I said Lamar. Okay. So that's 8. Hell, who am I forgetting?
You already said Justin Herbert, right?
Yeah, I already said Herbert.
Right.
I mean, Derek Carr. I still take Derek Carr over here right now.
You still take Derek Carr?
Right now. Because my thing is, Justin Field has improved.
All right. So we going Mahomes, Herbert. Who else? Burrow. Josh Allen. Okay. All right. Smitty got his list up. So we're going to take a look. All right. Mahomes, Josh Allen, Hurts, Burrow. Okay. I can agree with those. Geno. Ooh, Smitty. Smitty with the Geno love. I know I see you with the Geno love, but that's tough. I don't know. This year, Geno definitely had a hell of a season, so I can't knock Geno for what he did. So Mahomes, Herbert, Burrow, Allen, Hurts. Oh, come on, Smitty. What are we doing? Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett and Dak Prescott. Brock Purdy? Stafford. Okay, Stafford got a Super Bowl. And I can name like 3 more, which are highly debatable. Daniel Jones, Pickett, Tannehill, Mac Jones. Yeah, those are very, I don't know about debatable, but they're very highly questionable, Smitty. Those are questionable, Smitty. Oh, man. Smitty. Man. Yeah, Smitty. Woo. Oh, man. All right. I mean, damn, Smitty. If this was the time, I wish you had a mic and a camera, man, because this would be the time. Bro really said Dak isn't better than Justin Fields. I can't. Here's my thing. Dak is just another form of what's his name? Kirk Cousins. I think Dak and Kirk Cousins are one and the same. One just happens to have a little bit of melanin. One is not so much. I think they're one and the same. As in they have to have a lot around them that goes well. And hell, both of them had. Look at their offenses that they're working with. Especially Kirk Cousins. No to Gino. No. Brady's totally out. He's retired. This is also excluding Brady, who should count because he still played last season. I won't argue that. If you take Brady's last season, even though it wasn't the greatest, just because of what Tom Brady brings to your team, I'm not going to argue that one too bad. But some of your lists, man, Smitty, you got me questioning whether you should be drug tested. Some of them I can rock with you. Some I can rock with you. I can rock with Mahomes. I can rock with Allen. I can rock with Jalen Hurts. I can rock with Burrow. Trevor Lawrence. I can rock with you on that. Aaron Rodgers. I can rock with you on Aaron Rodgers. Lamar Jackson. I can rock with you on that. So right now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's at least 8. Deshaun, okay. That's 9. Dak Prescott. Nah, I can't do that. Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins, man, they ain't nothing but heartbreakers. I can't believe my man really put Jacoby Brissett on here. God, come on, Smitty. What are we doing, man? You got me thinking that we need an intervention with you, dog. I mean, come on. Oh, man. This bug out of his mind. Oh, that's wild. We lost Mel for a second, so not sure when Mel could get back up here. But no, but looking at the NFC, obviously we just had the conversation about the AFC. There's a few teams. Damn, lights just flickering. You having a power outage, and fuck you. No. All right. So some of these teams in the NFC that I think going to be back, like Mel was saying before you had to get here, NFC. So you look at the job of the QB is to pass the ball, not run. Running is just an extra to it. But the reason they are losing is because they can't pass. Run all you want, but it's a passing game now. And you're not wrong, Smitty. You're not wrong. My only pushback to what you're saying right here, because I agree with everything you're saying, it's the quarterback's job to make sure they make the right throws, make the right decisions, let the playmakers make the plays. But you are in a NFL right now where you must have some type of mobility, some type of way to get out of the pass rush, because these pass rushes are getting faster, they're getting bigger, they're getting meaner, they're getting scarier, and go ask any quarterback who don't have a proper O-line and see if they can survive a whole season. I get exactly what you're saying. My only caveat is I would add in is that you should have mobility because you don't want to be in a position that you can't get out of a sack, or you can't get out of the pocket, or you can't, or hell, you don't even have to necessarily be mobile to run, to use it as a mechanism, but as in move the pocket so that you can make more time to allow your pass catchers to get open. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're able to get out of the pass rush, or get out of the pocket and move it because your pocket is collapsing and you get into the open area and you got the option to throw, that makes you that makes you a dynamic quarterback, in my opinion. Because you don't want to sit there and just keep taking sacks. You don't want to keep you know to put this man I'm talking about. I'm talking pre-broken ribs. Mike White over Fields. He was different. Whew. Man, my man Smitty, man, you about to break the internet, bro. No. Don't worry about commenting to the line. Keep it coming, man, because we just having conversation, and this is the point of what we do. Now you're gonna defend yourself. I know. But you do know that at some point we might have to have an intervention with you, Smitty. We just might. But no, I agree with what you're saying with some of it. But let's say this about Justin Fields. Great talent. And I'm curious to see what happens when he gets more around him. And then we'll get an idea of exactly 100% what Smitty can do. Not Smitty, but what Justin Fields can do.
Right.
Man, you got feedback, bro?
Yeah, I wonder where the hell's coming from. You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it a little bit. Well, yeah. Hey, Smitty about to break the internet, bro.
I was listening on the phone. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, Smitty about to break the internet, man. My man just gave a whole list of people he would tell Justin Fields right now. So
he named people from the from Pop Warner.
You know what I'm saying? And people and so he said Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Hurts, Joe Burrow, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins.
I can't go with Geno. Damn sure can't go with Kirk Cousins.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence Jared Goff. I can't go with Jared Goff. Now, if you're looking at just statistics, then yeah, you can put Jared Goff in there. But I think talent-wise, Jared Goff a better quarterback? No.
Talent-wise, he all right. So this is where I'm not gonna jump on Smitty for this one. Because if you look at the year that Jared Goff did have, he had a damn good season.
Yeah, true.
And just missed the playoffs. So I would say, like, if you would just to take just their performances this year, I can see a case taking Goff over
on a statistic basis. If you're looking at it from a statistical basis, then yeah. But if you're looking at talent-wise, I can't see it. I mean, Justin Fields a better talented quarterback than Jared Goff is.
Oh yeah. And by your explanation, I can rock with you on that. Mm-hmm. Justin Herbert, yeah, I'm not going to argue on that one. Tua,
so what?
Hey,
what answer?
Look, I'll say this: Tua was putting up good numbers. He was till he got hurt. Mm-hmm. So I can see why you would put his name on the list. I don't know if you would go full 100% in on it, just because you do got to factor in that man is a walking injury at any point in time. You got to factor it in. Aaron Rodgers, I'm okay with that. Lamar Jackson, I'm okay with that. You said Derek Carr. I don't know about Derek Carr. I'm kind of iffy on that.
Well, so I guess my thing is, if we're looking at just last season, are we talking about just last season and statistics? Then I think the list is different. But we're just talking about the talent of each quarterback and how they line up, and you number them like talent wise. I think the list is different too. So I guess ultimately, what's our criteria? Are we saying talent? Are we just looking at pure talent and who's a better talent quarterback? Are we looking at the statistics of last year or last season, however you want to say it? The hell wrong with this? We're getting feedback from. Shit's getting on my nerve.
And I hear you.
You guys say, all right, what's Smitty saying? Let's read this first. He had 2 comments. I'm not gonna lie, y'all crazy for not putting Kirk Geno in golf. Like they just had great seasons, but I don't think Kirk had a great season because he choked as usual. But that's a whole other discussion. I don't know what you guys think when you're saying this season, like Fields had a great season at all. All right, I address that in a minute. You guys put Lamar above Fields. Lamar was doing great and then got injured for the half of the season. How are you going to take Tua out and not Lamar? Criteria if we're talking about quarterback for one season. Okay, Mel still running off that dollar. I don't know what's going on, man. The lights had flickered. I was like, what the hell is going on? You talking about football, all them dudes are not better than Fields at football. What he really is saying is, would you take them over Fields as a pure thrower? Well, it's kind of what I was saying in general. My thing is, are we talking about talent? Are we talking about the statistical season they had last season? And I think that's what we just established.
Yeah,
I think Justin Fields is a talented quarterback. Actually, defenses and deliver passes.
Because this is what Smitty is saying. His criteria: if you were to take a quarterback for one season, like right now,
okay,
and so that's his criteria, and obviously, but I'm not going to knock it. Obviously, this is the point of having the debate shows is to debate that. But
all right, man, fuck you, man. I mean, fuck you, Matt.
He's taking all the neighbors' power. Wi-Fi. Hey, what's your code? Don't change your code no more.
Don't change your code no more, bro.
I just figured out the last one, motherfucker. No, good conversation, but overall, because I think one of your main points is that in the NFC, there's a lot of questions going on with the Philadelphia Eagles, as in returning. They got a lot of free agents, and here's one thing that I think we got to pay attention to. At some point, they got to pay Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that too. You got to pay him, especially at the performance he did this year. You definitely got to pay my man. You got to pay him.
Matter of fact, let me look up Jalen Hurts' contract situation anyway.
And I think that's the issue with the Eagles now, man. It's like, what are you gonna do with all those free agents you got? You ain't gonna pay them all. Unless they all come in and say, okay, we take less to get us to stay, so we can try to go back to the Super Bowl. They came there for a reason.
Yeah. I'm saying because here's one thing about I think we need to pay attention to. So
that's a good point.
Say Lamar played last 4 games in Tua. Just putting that out there. And not the disc Tua. I'm just worried about his durability. I'm absolutely worried about his durability. I'm trying to find.
Bradbury said he want to get paid. You got to pay him.
Oh, Mr. Holden.
Yeah, you got to pay him. You got to pay Hurts.
So
you got to pay Hurts.
So pretty much.
Go ahead.
So pretty much, Jalen has one more year until he's an unrestricted free agent. The only thing is he's going to be at a huge discount for the Eagles. He's going to cost no more than $4.4 million. And quite honestly, the performance he just did in the playoffs, I want my money now.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like what am I doing in the Super Bowl, MVP runner-up, and I'm making $4.4 million.
But I think Smitty, I think that's all rolled into one, man. That's all rolled into one. His durability and the severity of his injury, because his lack of durability would cause the severity of the injury. I'm saying.
Your ass and just sound like Jesse Jackson, motherfucker. Damn, you didn't sound like Jesse Jackson. It's the severity of his injury that causes the reason for his concern of his durability. Okay, Reverend. All right. But yeah, no, but with Jalen Hurts, man, hey, why would I go into next year getting paid $4.4 million when I literally just came second in runner up and literally just came in a few minutes from winning the Super Bowl? I don't. Man, I know Howie Roseman had a phenomenal season last year as GM. He made the trade for CJ Gardner Johnson, the safety from the Saints, and got him for a steal. But the reason why you got him is because the Saints weren't going to pay him. So now that you got him, he wants to get paid. He just came off a Super Bowl with the Eagles. He wants to get paid. No, it's not all in one. You injure your knee once, and you are more likely to injure it again. You get a concussion; it's not more likely, nor less likely you get another concussion. They actually say the first time you get a concussion is actually more easily.
It's easy to get another one. Yeah,
yeah.
And I agree with you on. I agree with you on that, Mel.
Oh, Fields is a top 10.
That's what we were saying. That was I don't know if you heard the beginning of the conversation, but that's what we were saying, because I think Smitty was saying he'd take 20 quarterbacks over Field, and I was like, I don't know about 20. And then that's kind of how the conversation got rolling.
Yeah.
Don't be like Lamar.
AP says extend him now. Don't be Lamar. And wait. I feel you. And for both sides. I mean, look at the Eagles. Do you really think Gardner Minshew is going to be the answer? I saw 2 games with Gardner Minshew. You know he's not the answer.
But here's the thing.
You know he's
here's
not
the thing.
Not the
there's no guarantee nobody won't take Gardner Minshew off your hands, because some people need good quality backup. And he's a good quality backup.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my thing. So it's like, you don't guarantee you're going to have Gardner Minshew there. You know what I'm saying? So you might have somebody even worse than him backing up Jalen Hurts. Just saying. But I think the Eagles got a lot of issues they need to address.
Jalen Hurts is going to be one of them. I'm telling you. There's no
definitely got to do that.
Jalen Hurts' agent. I'm not letting you go in the play for $4.4 million after what you just did.
No, man.
Like
you gotta pay that man.
His backup's getting paid more than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Chase Daniel, the backup, is getting paid more than Jalen Hurts. I mean, I might be facetious, but I might be right if I actually look it up. So I mean,
well, my thing is, the very least, you franchise tackle, he at least get 50 mil or 45, whatever the median rate is. He at least get 45 to 50 mil. So you franchise tag him, and you can that way you can kick the can down the road a little bit, pay some of your other people, and hopefully, you will be able to get to the Super Bowl again the next following year. That's their best bet if they don't want to pay him now. Go ahead.
Are you speaking of Lamar? Because
I was talking about Jalen Hurts. He still got.
Oh no, he still got one more. He need to franchise him. I'm just saying that's
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So he goes into 2023, his last season, and only gets $4.4 million under that contract because he was a second round pick. What I'm saying is that if I'm Jalen Hurts and agent, I sit you now. like because you see how far you can get with me. But y'all not just gonna sit here and benefit by on the quarterback cheap,
right?
Especially one that just got you to a Super Bowl and ran runner up in MVP voting. That's a steal for paying for a quarterback. So if I'm Jalen Hurts, I'm like, oh, bro. I'm looking at everybody else, especially, and what I would do, I would wait until after Lamar gets his contract, Burrow and Herbert get their contracts. Then I'll go get mine. I will wait till all 3 of those get their contracts.
Here's another dilemma you're looking at too. If you pay him That sounds like you playing Atari ColecoVision.
Old ass motherfuckers.
He
Damn,
said
yeah.
ColecoVision, bro.
Damn. Yeah.
That's how quarterbacks like field work on every level: football, high school, JUCO, Division One, XFL, but not all. The NFL is not.
Japanese league. God damn, they got one in the Japanese.
Yeah, they got football everywhere.
Here's my only drawback to what you're saying, man. Because I think you got a good point. Level. What we just had shows me exactly where the direction that the NFL is going to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I
man, fuck that, man.
Yo, motherfuckers is taking shots today, yo.
I mean, what's going on?
Oh my god! Come on, but no, I'm just saying when it comes to especially once you got your quarterback, if you already got him at the beginning of his rookie deal, that's when you must build around him. Now, when you got to come to pay him, you better make sure you already got your team around him so that you can pay him. So this is where I think it puts Philly in a real weird predicament because they got a lot of free agents. They're getting older, like Brandon Graham, Fletcher Koch, some of your guys on the defensive side who are starting getting older, and so you got to start. You got to start. Filtering through. Big chance Jason Kelsey retired. Huge. Huge. I need that finals. So there's.
But okay, let me say this.
Losing Jason.
But my thing is, we talking about Justin Fields. Here's my thing. I don't think we can really fully give him a good analyze his game yet because he doesn't have all the pieces around him. I think that once we get the pieces around him, then let's revisit how good or how bad of a quarterback he is. He does. I mean, yeah, he runs a lot because he don't have nothing around him. He's running for his life. He doesn't have a good offensive line. He doesn't really have nobody to throw the ball to. He has a decent running game, but that can't really get it explode because of the offensive line. So it's just like, I will wait and reserve my judgment on him until
limited offense.
Right. I wait my judgment until I see all the pieces around him. Then I say whether or not he's a good or a bad quarterback. Because not being able to read defenses, like Smitty was saying, you can come in the NFL like that and you can get the right coaching around you and all that stuff, and you can probably improve on that. All right, man. Who was just trolling from Twitter? I mean, from Twitch.
Shits, man. Producing, you will keep your job. Now, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. NFL who move on from quarterbacks and coaches, sometimes they don't always give them the best opportunities to succeed. But sometimes you got to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Because you can't blame everything on the lack of. Sometimes what do you have and what can you do with it? Sometimes is all that matters. So I can agree with what you're saying on that, Smitty. Not it's because the NFL don't want running QBs to be a standard. Anytime so The league will never let them win. Uh,
But
I agree
Patrick Mahomes run a quarterback.
on so what's that?
I said Mahomes is a running quarterback. He may not run as much as Hurts, but he'll run a quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. Let me say that. So if you talking about just pure running first, Matt, Mel, then maybe. But my thing is like that's the inevitability of the NFL. It's going to that. They can't stop that because most of the quarterbacks coming out of college are mobile. Period. That's just the way the game is. So they can try to slow it down, but they're not gonna stop it. That is the evolution of the NFL. So whether or not they try to slow it, they may not like it. But go ahead. What you gonna say?
Yeah. No,
No, go ahead,
I'm with you.
Mel.
I think that is the evolution of the quarterback. I think that is. I'm with you on the evolution of the quarterback. That it is about you got to have some mobility to survive in this NFL. I mean, to me, I think that's the reason why you see Tom Brady finally stepping away from the game because he knows he has zero mobility to get away from any pass rush. I mean, at what point do you say, "Yo, if I don't have it perfect, my O line isn't blocking for me like they normally do. My running back isn't picking up his pass protection. My receivers aren't getting out of their routes fast enough, and things are breaking down. Do I have enough athleticism to get away from a 6'5", 280-pound defensive end closing in on me? Do I have enough mobility to get away?" And Tom Brady says, "No, I don't." So that's why he walks away. And so that's why I'm saying you do have to look at the evolution of the quarterback. And it's not about race, it's about mobility. I mean, Justin Herbert has enough mobility to get away from a pass rush. Brock Purdy has enough mobility to get away from a pass rush. Josh Allen has enough mobility to get away from a pass rush. So it's not race. It's about how much mobility do you have to get away from a pass rush when shit breaks down. You know what I'm saying? It's literally because I think there's a difference between being a running quarterback and being a quarterback with mobility. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
what Mel
saying?
was kind of saying. That's what Mel was saying.
Okay. So that's just I just think pocket passers is now an element of a quarterback. It's not a standard or a version of a quarterback anymore.
Okay, I think Smitty, with that last comment, you said Brady need to run. He ran. All quarterbacks run. You kind of splitting hairs with that to me because when we talk about running quarterbacks or quarterbacks that run, you're not talking about Brady. He is a pocket passer. I mean, Jared Goff ran, but he can't. He's not a running quarterback. You know, I don't think you can count them as running quarterbacks. Brady, Goff, play quarterbacks like that. I just you don't count them. You splitting hairs. You say all quarterbacks run. I feel like saying everybody with legs can walk. I mean, they walk fast or can run. It's not the same to me. It's just like I'm talking about quarterbacks that's able to move, have mobility. That you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, no, good conversation, but let's.
Oh yeah, I love it.
No, good conversation, but let's get it back on conversation. Obviously we think the Eagles could or could not be back in the same position depending on what they do in the offseason. A lot of question marks there. Obviously, I think Jalen Hurts should go ahead and ask for his money, but we'll see how that works. But I think it's a little bit too early to kind of make a decision on the Eagles. So let's kind of put them on out now. Any team in the NFC that really strikes your mental, as in they might be a team that they might you might want to look out for next year. Anyone standing out?
The Lions.
Now you saying that not being a homer, right?
No, I'm saying that's for real. Just like if they can get, depending on what they do in this draft, because they do the defense. They get that defense right. I think they can be a team you can look out for in the NFC. definitely in the taking the North for sure. You know, if anything else,
I'm not liking anything Minnesota right now.
me either.
Even though I did like the fact that they got Brian, it changes a little
Yeah,
bit. I don't know if it'll be enough, but I'm with you. I could rock with Detroit. I could rock with
I
Detroit.
mean, I like,
I'm not going.
go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm
Seahawks
not
a
going
young
to. I'm
team.
not going to. Okay, Seahawks is a young team, yeah, and they made it to a
Mhm,
wild card round.
right.
So gotta give them props.
But I don't think they.
Only thing that's
I think that Geno is an anomaly. I don't see him. He has to prove to me he can do it again.
well, now that the spotlight's on him, and now that he got a
Yeah,
comeback player of the year, I think he has to
right,
recreate what he did this past season.
right.
He has to.
He has to. He has to. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like the Giants, man. Depending on what they do this year in the draft, I say don't sleep on them, man. You know, good coach. They got a decent defense. I mean,
What
they
you
need
pay
some
Daniel Jones
receivers,
then?
huh? Hell,
What you
I
pay
don't
Daniel
know.
Jones then? Because
I'm paying them.
you letting them
I'm
walk?
giving them. No, I'm paying them. I'm paying them. Unless you see something
You
in
pay
a
him?
quarterback you fall in love with, you know, who you gonna get? You know, unless you move up in the
Okay.
draft and get
Well,
one of those quarterbacks. But I don't think the Giants need that. I think the Giants, what they have now and what they need, I think they should go for a need over trying to get rid of Daniel Jones. I think that receivers is something they need. Definitely. Some more pieces on defense. And you talking about the Giants competing with the Eagles. Like, you got a good
give
coach, man.
me
Huh?
a figure. Give me a figure per year.
Oh,
Give
Daniel
me a figure
Jones?
per year. Yeah.
30, about 30, 35.
Okay. I'm just making
I
sure
think he
we on the
deserves
same page.
I think he deserves that.
I'm just making
Yeah,
sure
that's
we
what
on
I'm
the
saying,
same
man. Any
page.
weapons. I think he deserves 30, 35. I
Okay.
give him that.
Okay.
I give him
I'm just
that.
making
Yeah, I
sure.
mean,
I'm just making sure because
he ain't getting
your
like
top
40 to
quarterbacks is
50.
making 45 to 50. That's all
Yeah,
I'm just
he not getting
making
that.
sure,
Yeah,
dog.
he not getting that. You know.
I'm just making sure Danny Dimes ain't going to Danny
Yeah.
Millionaire. Like, you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
he's still sticking to dimes. We ain't breaking the bank
Look,
for him now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. And
I
look,
mean, look with his mobility, you
mhm.
know, and he's a decent passer. I mean, he not top notch, but he a decent passer. He, you know, he's got a little NFL IQ there going there. And like Matt said, I don't disagree. We just need weapons.
Oh yeah,
Barkley stays healthy. You know, the way Saquon was running this year, man, he's looking like what you know, you draft him high. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He's looking like he's worth drafting him high. He stay
yeah.
healthy. If he
Oh,
can continue to
Saquon
stay
and Daniel
healthy,
Jones, you drafted high. So
right.
yeah,
So I'm
I'm taking
thinking,
the years.
you know, they get them right pieces, man. You watch out for the Giants, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. I would
Oh,
say,
come on, Smitty.
um,
Come on, Smitty. Come on, Smitty. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
hey,
Come on.
hey, Smitty, a Jets fan. Come on, man. My man. But big question: how many years you giving him? And I was about to get to that. At AP, if I'm general manager for the Giants, I'm giving Daniel Jones a 3-year. Let's say 3 years, $75 million. 3 years, 75 million. So that's roughly around what? Uh, 20, 26, 27.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I yeah, 25 million a year. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's just because I want to see him do it again.
Yeah, you won't see
I want
him.
to see him do it again.
I can rock with that. I can
But
rock with that.
that's why I wouldn't franchise him, because if you franchise him, that's 1 year automatically, like 40 plus mil. So
Mm-hmm.
if I just go ahead and give you the 3 year, 75 million fully guaranteed contract, that gets you paid, that gives you your guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and at that
At the end of 3 years, you know what you have.
oh yeah, at
Yeah,
the end of
so
3 years, Come on, man. I know my fucking man. Shut up, man. I just did it real quick in my head. Shut up, man. You're trying to do me like that. My thing is so if you're paying Jones, that means you tagging Barkley. Not necessarily, depending on what the cap space is looking like. If you're getting a quarterback at $25 million a year, that leaves you with a lot of money that you should.
They got a lot of money because they got a lot of no names on offense.
Oh, there's a shit ton of no names on offense.
So they don't have a lot of money allocated to players.
Yeah.
So they can afford to get them to many.
Anthony, newsflash, you can sign multiple players in one offseason.
Hey man, he's a Commander fan. He'll know nothing about football.
Yeah, he's a Commanders fan. You know, I mean, you know, he worried about if they gonna have Dan Snyder around next year or not. He's still worried about that.
Dan Snyder too busy fucking with these hoes.
Gotta get these hoes, dog.
He's like, he said, man, fuck football. Where these hoes at?
They're talking about locking up Barkley.
Yeah, they need to. That's your team. That's the face of your team.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I think we all like the progression that Daniel Jones had with Brian Daboll. My thing is that we've seen a lot of bad of Daniel Jones without Brian Daboll. All I'm saying is give me one more year of good with Brian Daboll before I can just open up the bank for you. That's all I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. I don't mind that 3 years, 75.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And you're right. At the end of 3 years, I know exactly what I got. Then I don't mind breaking the bank open for you. If anything, just go ahead and just give him a 2-year, $50 million contract. You know what I'm saying?
That's like how the money starts. Stay over there with Zach Wilson. Daniel Snyder and Dwayne Johnson. It's a joke, Snyder.
Oh, yeah. Y'all wilding in the comments today. But no. You know, there's a few good teams, like you said. The Lions. I like what they're doing. I think this is going to be a very important offseason and draft for the Lions. I don't mean to put so much pressure on it, but I mean, what you did this past season, we haven't seen a Lions team so competitive like this in what God knows how long. You talking at least
they got to build on it, man.
Yeah, you got to build on it.
You got to build on it. You know, you got to show it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, definitely got to show it wasn't a fluke. And then I think what helps out in their situation is obviously them being on Hard Knocks last year. So that gives you an inside look at the culture of the squad. You know what I'm saying? It has Hey, he got a point right there, AP. I mean, you ain't got much to talk about a QB situation, dog.
You got Carson Wentz.
Yeah, you got Carson Wentz, cause like conversation stops right there. Like, what are you talking about? You got Carson Wentz, cause like. But no, look, I'm with you on that. Lions gotta show that it won the fluke.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna go with name. I knew he was gonna go with name. I can't. Mark Sanchez. Sorry.
No, don't do that. He said Brett Favre, not the Jet Brett Favre. Oh my gosh. Oh, you talking about the one with little pecs?
Chad Pennington.
Yeah. We remember old Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington was a killer, dog.
Brett Favre. He said Ken O'Brien.
Oh my God. Wow. Boomer. You gotta go Boomer. Hey, where's Boomer at? Ain't nobody said Boomer. Nobody said Boomer.
Yeah, Boomer, like,
come on, what are we doing? Come on, we ain't nobody said Boomer. What's wrong with y'all, man? Come on. Ain't nobody said Vinny. Y'all wildin'. Come on, Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny Testaverde, baby.
A baller, dog. Come on.
Well, technically, you know, the Commanders don't
said
have
Boomer as a whole. Oh God,
Doug Williams. You go Doug Williams for Mark Rippon.
I mean, I guess Doug Williams and Joe Theismann.
He won the Super Bowl. Joe Theismann.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least them two.
I mean, come on, Ed. I'm helping you out. Oh, there
yeah,
we go.
My man said Boomer is a hoe, though.
Come on, Ed. What your quarterback say?
But no, those few teams in the NFL, or agree with you for sure, Trey. The Giants,
definitely.
So I'm gonna throw the 49ers in there. What they got at quarterback looks like it don't matter, just as long as they. But I'll say that they can go to their fourth string and get some type of production. That's a quarterback. That's all I'm saying. I have a guy, slanger, but he that nobody know. You better have him on the sideline. Have him ready.
Those bombs wanted to.
So.
Oh my gosh. My hometown motto. Y'all tripping. I would say this though.
I kind of asked to get.
Go ahead.
I kind of asked. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, if you think about it too, in the NFC is kind of a mirror of the AFC. If you think about it, with the two teams to beat in the NFC is the 49ers and the Eagles, barring the Eagles can keep that team together. And then the other two teams we name are the ones that's up and coming.
Okay.
For the NFC. That's how I look at it, you know, but it's like those teams and everybody else under them.
I feel you.
No, that's the pecking order. It's 49ers, Eagles, and then
nobody even mentioned that.
Say again?
I noticed nobody mentioned Dallas.
Oh, why?
Nobody mentioned Dallas.
This ain't Cap Thursday.
I'm just saying. I'd say we were supposed to.
No ties at RG3, Doug Williams.
I just say we
needs to name 3 because 3 is better than the whole Jets history. RG3 only had one good year though, bro.
He said Kyle has that hard put RG on.
Y'all wild, man.
Today. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Taking myself.
Hey, I can't hate on that. Mark Sanchez went to back-to-back AFC championship games. Archie broke in ACL. So I mean,
they beat the Patriots once.
Which one you want? Or you want a lot of hope getting shattered when the ACL? Oh no, I'm had to, but yeah, I'm with you. I think there's levels. 49 obviously, everything. Yes, I read it with the audience last night. Give me your biggest disappointment, AFC and NFC, from this past season, Big Homie. Your biggest disappointment on both the AFC and the NFC.
AFC, you gotta say the Chargers, man. Chargers and in some respects, I guess the Broncos, because all that hype and money they paid Russell Wilson. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll say that. I think the Chargers, because every year, you know, from the first year that Herbert hit the league, he got a lot of hype. And then all you saw
they made the playoffs finally.
I'm just saying, you know, you say if they can develop, you know, blah blah blah. You see all that, and then but he never really lives up to the hype. The hype is here, and what he does is here. It never meets. You know, you can say some of that's coaching, whatever you want to say, but it's still disappointing. And then you look at Denver, you know, you think about beginning of the season, we were talking about how scary the AFC looked. Chiefs, the Raiders got Devontae over there. They was looking at Denver. We was like, man, that's scary. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. And nothing. I wouldn't put the Raiders in there because I knew once they got the coach they got, they won't produce some shit. Daniel's already showed what he can do.
Shooting like a motherfucker. Yo, Smitty shooting like a motherfucker tonight.
They said Commanders became
shoot like a motherfucker
because they suck.
He's shooting like a motherfucker tonight, dog.
I told them our last night, Raiders and Bills for AFC. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I guess you can kind of put the Bills in there too, Matt, because you know everybody's predicting the Bills to be like, you know, winning the Super Bowl, at least getting over that hump this year. So I guess I can't put the Bills out there. NFC, the biggest disappointment in NFC. I don't see. I saw the 49ers out there by Ed. Here's my thing. The 49ers wasn't a disappointment. They just suffer from injury like they do every year. I think they still made it to the NFC They still made it to the NFC Championship.
It's an NFC Championship game.
So is that is that disappointing?
Hey,
this is what I disappointed though.
No, I don't think it's disappointment, but here's what I say about the 49ers. Championship game 3 out of the last 4 years, and you can easily say they're one of the most often injured teams. You know what I'm saying? They've literally been one of the most often injured teams in 3 out of the 4 years. They made it to the NFC Championship game. We got to give them some kind of love and credit for what they're doing. I mean, what's going to continue to have so many injured reserve and they still make it to the damn NFC Championship game? I mean, I never that keep making the NFC Championship game barring so many damn injuries, but it caught up to him this one. The moment that
they were down, they're down almost putting.
I'm not saying they would have
for real.
I'm not saying that they would have won, but the moment that they for sure was down and out. So I don't know. 49ers.
If you look at NFC, here's my thing too. You look at the NFC, right? I can't really say disappointing because some people say Dallas, but Dallas did what I thought they would do. Some people may say Minnesota. Minnesota did what I thought they would do.
Yeah, they do that every year.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like when I started thinking about teams that people was hyping, but they didn't live up to potential, but they did what I thought they would do. So the NFC, I can't really, in my mind, you talk about Tampa Bay. I didn't think Tampa Bay would beat all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see the decline of Brady. You can see that was injured. He didn't have his bailout player in Gronk. So I wasn't looking for Tampa Bay to be, you know what I'm saying? They did what I thought they would do. Only disappointed would have been if the Eagles didn't make it to where they made. I've been disappointed because of the hype and the players they had. But since they did, I wasn't disappointed with that.
Well, last night I Raiders because I just thought that I don't know how do you go from a playoff team and literally had some calls going your way. You would have beat the Eagles.
I can tell you how.
Last year.
Hire Josh McDaniels as your coach. That's how you do it. Period.
Well, that was part of my reason last night. The fact the coach made you a big disappointment. No, seriously, Rich Bisaccia. I laid it out just like this. Look, the Raiders had to deal with John Gruden in his situation, flabbing his mouth, the racists and the bigotry and the homosexual tones of hate. You got his ass in trouble, got his ass up out of there. All right, that's one distraction. Right. All right, and not only do you have to deal with that distraction, you have with the groups there off pretty much that installed their offensive game plan. So you lose that fact of the matter. Then you got Mr. Need for Speed and Henry Ruggs messing around, and now he's in trouble for vehicular manslaughter because he can't don't speed limit and can't put off the gas and gets behind the wheel a little tipsy. So you had to deal with that situation.
Right.
Mr. Chitty bang bang on the social media with the gun and talking shit. You know, still. Okay, had to deal with that. So in between all that, Rich Bisaccia gets him to a playoff appearance, and you don't bring him back.
Right.
So that to me was already the beginning of the end. And then you bring in Devontae Adams, who really just showed you again why he is at the top of the wide receiver list. And you still can't. Your offense struggled. I knew your defense was going to struggle because they been shit. But your offense struggled?
Right.
What are we doing? So,
with
the Raiders,
an offensive guru, quote unquote, guru.
Come on, man. Stop that.
I'm just saying.
Guru,
he is touted as a guru. But
if Josh McDaniels is an offensive guru, I'm a love guru. And I know all of the answers to women in relationships. I know all that shit.
I'm just saying. That's
because I've been telling that relationship for a long time, goddammit. I know what women want. so damn that.
I'm just saying that's what he touted as, man.
Yeah, he may be touted as that, but damn it, didn't look like it. I don't even know how you have one of the best wide receivers in the game, and you can't even. They didn't even have a 500 season, man. Come on, wait, what the hell is we talking about with that's why they were such a huge disappointment. Now, if you look at the NFC side, you're looking at the NFC side.
Okay,
biggest disappointment for me, I gotta go with Green Bay, man. I was disappointed the way not Brett Favre, the way that Aaron Rodgers.
They might have been better off of Brett Favre the way they was playing.
Hey, at the rate that they was going, you might got a point.
That might be better off of Brett Favre's daughter.
Oh my God! So I mean, you not. I don't understand how Aaron Rodgers just thought that I was just gonna take all the ayahuasca and just be tripping on mushrooms and shit, and it was gonna relate to having a good chemistry with my wide receivers, with a whole new wide receiver core that I never played with for the most part. And if I just take these mushrooms and drink this little ayahuasca, we gonna be all right.
Well, okay, let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. You look at the Green Bay team outside their defense. Look at their offense. Mm-hmm. What did they have that made you think they were going to really be that great?
Well, I love their running back core. I love the combo of Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Okay, I love that combo. It's a great combo because AJ Dillon can be your thumper, your short yardage guy, and your bruiser back, and AJ and Aaron Jones is your scat back, catch out the backfield. Could break it for a big run at any time. So I do love that. I actually like their wide receiver core had they actually gave it a chance, and I think that's why it was.
I think they have an upcoming wide receiver core, but they have mostly rookies.
Yeah, which is fine.
So when you have, when you have rookies, it's always that question mark. So you can't go into a season saying, "Okay, I got rookies. We're gonna win with these rookies." I mean, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I guess my point is like this: I don't see it as a disappointment because when I look at what they had, I'm like, okay. I was expecting to go to Super Bowl. I'm not expecting to go to Super Bowl. Win some games, yeah. I give you that because you figure you got Aaron Rodgers. You go to win something. You know what I'm saying? So you do figure that. So if you want to look at it from that standpoint, then I say that. But I don't see Super Bowl when I look at that team. That's
fair.
I see a playoff appearance maybe, but maybe bounce in the first round because you don't have enough there, and you have inexperienced players there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
just for me personally, I find it a disappointment because just the fact that you got Aaron Rodgers,
Okay.
that hell, you should at least been in that conversation of making it to a NFC Championship game with the either the 49ers or the Eagles. At least be
Why?
Stop. They yeah. I know they've been going at it in the chat. I've been loving it. No, because it's like I'm just disappointed in the fact that a veteran like Aaron Rodgers. Okay, let me scratch that. I ain't even gonna say I'm disappointed in the Packers. I'm disappointed in Aaron Rodgers, dog.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. I can get on that train.
So let me break it down like that. I'm disappointed in Aaron Rodgers because how to hit time MVP. You know what it takes to win in this league, and you made zero to little effort to get that camaraderie and get that chemistry going with your new wide receiving core. You saw in the first few weeks of the season, he's huffing and puffing at his young wide receivers. I'm like, well, what do you expect? We've already noticed that they're rookies.
Right.
They played at Nevada. They played at North Dakota State.
Right.
Come on. Do you really think that on an NFL stage that it's just going to be automatic that they're just going to get it and be one of the best of the best? Like, come on, Aaron Rodgers, what was your expectations? But the fact of the matter is that he himself, who was an MVP 2 times back to back, he's been, touted as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But you got this arrogance and this cockiness about you, like, I'll just show up and be Aaron Rodgers. And we're going to be good. Like, how naive was that? How naive was it him to really just think that he was just that great enough by himself to just will a Packers team to the playoffs? Right. So I'm more disappointed in more than Aaron Rodgers than anything else in the NFC side. I don't understand how a guy that's so great with talent, and yet you still living off a Super Bowl for damn near, 13 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like you come in a new version of the Cowboys. Cowboys fans ain't had shit to cheer for since '95. I'm talking about a whole generation didn't been born, conceived, raised, went through high school,
right,
on the way to college, about to start a family since the last time the Cowboys been worth the damn. Now the next buffoon behind him is Aaron Rodgers because now he's living off a Super Bowl title from 13 years ago. So I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers gonna have to do something, and guess what? Guess what he's still doing? He's still leaving us with that same behavior of, well, I don't know if I'm gonna play or not. I guess I'll go drink some more ayahuasca and take some more mushrooms and figure out if I want to play with Green Bay or not. Now, guess what Green Bay did? They said, nah, damn it, and we gonna control the narrative this year. What did we hear right after the offseason? When their season was in it?
They ready to trade him.
The Packers said, oh, well, there's a good possibility we might not have Aaron Rodgers next year. When the last few years it's been the opposite around. Well, I don't know if I want to play with Green Bay. Now this time the team, they tired of your shit. They tired of his shit, and I don't blame them. But it leaves you in a pickle because you know how good he is. It leaves you in a pickle. You know exactly how good he is.
It's like this, man. And from a business standpoint, do you want to, no matter, I know he's good, but do you want to keep going through this every year? And
what's the alternative?
He on the back side, you just had to rebuild.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it like this. How many Super Bowls have he won you since he's been there?
It's only one.
All right. So you gave one Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
He seemed to be choking a lot after that. Gonna go into not being the same Aaron Rodgers when it comes to the big games. You know what I'm saying? So now you going through this year after year, and you putting up with the bullshit too. It's like, man, let him go. I'd rather start over and build. As Aaron Rodgers retire, guess what you're gonna have? Another good quarterback come out of college. it just recycles over and over again. So cut your losses, let them go, start all over. If you got to have 3 years of bad season, okay, we're rebuilding, and we just build a monster and come on back and be better. That's how I look at cut your losses.
Hey, if I'm the Packers GM, hey, Jets, Raiders, come up with a good package for me.
Get what you can.
Yeah. Hey, no, live. Yeah. I would just call them. I would just call them and be like, "Yo, just come up with a package you would seem fit in exchange for Aaron Rodgers." And I would tell them, and as a GM as a Packers, I would tell them, but this is what I want in return. This is what I want in return.
We knew this had to come.
It was coming. It was coming. It was coming.
One too.
It was coming. It was coming.
So Aaron Rodgers are alike. They both act like they run.
Oh yeah, they the same. Yeah. But here's the slight difference. Here's the slight difference.
Russell Wilson has Sierra.
Well, he has that, but Russell Wilson, his attitude and behavior has been kind of kept on the wraps for a long time. Mm-hmm. I can at least respect Aaron Rodgers. You know he's an asshole because he protrudes it every time he talks.
Yeah, he's like, let me let you know where I stand.
There's no mystery on the dickhead and the assholeness about Aaron Rodgers. Right. To me, it's on full display.
He wears it on his sleeve.
Yeah, it's on his sleeve. Now, Russell Wilson likes to play the part. Mm-hmm. You know, he likes to play the character.
Right.
You know, he likes to be he likes to play the part of the host at the restaurant, but he thinks he's an executive chef.
Right.
But we all know that he's the host.
He's the host.
And now with Sean Payton's his first job is to make sure, hey, Russell, hey man, I'm the executive chef. Mm-hmm. You the host.
And you keep acting like the only thing gonna be riding is the bench.
And I don't give a damn how much it costs.
How much it costs.
I don't give a damn how much
it costs. You gotta humble, man. Sometimes you gotta come and humble people like that.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, sit on that bench.
Oh yeah. I don't mean to backtrack.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you this. I know we were talking about the Eagles earlier. So Shane Steichen, their offensive coordinator, goes to Indianapolis. Gannon, their defensive coordinator, goes to Arizona. So in a matter of losing a Super Bowl, literally within a few hours, days, they both get a job. So I can't high heels and manicures.
So hostess ass out front.
Get your hosting ass out front. Yeah, get your ass out. What you doing back here?
That's another.
Nah, you ain't.
No, you ain't cooking shit.
You ain't cooking shit. Last time we let you cook, you almost burned the motherfucking house down. No.
Oh my god. Side note, a little sidebar quick. So we had got this is a couple years ago. We had got these new people in, right? So this girl's like, oh man, that's when I was still doing breakfast. I could cook. So I was like, all right, go ahead. I'll let you do the next omelet. She's like, all right, bruh. She went over there and started cooking an omelet. She had the pan turned all the way up high. That omelet looked like as black as a laptop. I said, who the fuck out the way? If you ever talk about you can cook, your best bet to pick that motherfucking broom up. Don't ever tell me you can cook. Again.
Yeah, go ahead and keep the flow down.
Right. You see the flow.
Know your limit. Know your limitations.
Know your limit. The only thing you get was sweeping the floor and sucking this dick. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry. A little off track.
My AP coming for you, dog. Hey, bro, like y'all motherfuckers wild today. Hey, yo, so both Eagles coordinators get a job. So
Right.
I say that to preference this. Another year,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Another year, another coaching carousel starts and ends, and all those coaching positions are all filled, and Airbnb did not get one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in Kansas City. I had this conversation last night with some of the viewers. I don't know. I even people who I talked to that actually report about the team can't get an answer what's going on. But he can't get a job. I mean, but I want to play this clip because I think it's telling about relationship with Mahomes and Bieniemy, and I want to give a shout out to Darren Smith. He's been on the I.O.W Sports Show a few years back. He covers the Kansas City Chiefs out in Kansas City, so I want to give him credit. But he did this interview right after the Super Bowl.
What's up? Hey, EB means to EB means to me, man. The way he holds, the way he makes me one of the about you be the best team for 60 minutes when it's all said and done with. Kudos to the Philadelphia. I thought they did a hell of a job. A very talented team, but I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our entire team. I thought our guys found a way.
What was the message at halftime? I know you all were down. Patrick had injured his ankle close to the half. What was the message going into half and coming out?
This was, and what was so different. Always talk strange. Finish. We got to take ourselves across. So I thought I just did.
The question. So that last day where Jake McKinnon scored, stepped out of bounds. Who's that?
And that's one of those situations where as are the probably most prepared unselfish for what he did. And I thought all that matters.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, big dog. So what you now? I know a little choppy, a little you know, it's like listen to a mixtape. But me and Mel pretty much heard it pretty much loud and clear on our end. Did that not sound like a person that you would want to be your head coach?
That'd be a negative.
Oh, I hate you, bro. I hate you, bro. I mean, does that not sound like a dude that I'm just saying? The reason why I played that clip, I'll find a way to get that posted in the I.O.W Sports Facebook page, so that everybody can get a true listen to that. But I don't know, man. He seems like a person that's going to hold you accountable. I mean, at the beginning, that's exactly what Patrick Mahomes said. He said, man, and when Darren Smith asked him, he says, what does EB mean to you? He said, it means a lot to me. I love the way that he holds me accountable. I mean, to me, I thought that's what would have been great in Arizona, because I think somebody needs to hold Kyler Murray accountable. I think a coach like Eric Bieniemy would have been great for Kyler Murray.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing, man. And, we talked about hold on a second, somebody just text me. I think that we talk about this all the time. All right, you know what I'm saying? We talk about this all the time, man. And I think the problem is that we see all the good things in Eric Bieniemy. We see a lot of like the interview you just saw right there. He looks like he's doing good. Got good report of the team. Looks like he'd be a good coach. Looks like all these different things you see looks good. So then the question is, what is it that's keeping him from getting the job? I think we have mentioned before. Is it maybe he does bad interviews, or maybe he's waiting for Andy to leave and he want to take over Kansas City? It's got to be something that the people on the outside can't see. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that inside track on, because it's like, I don't understand it. If you look from the outside looking in, you'll think, hey man, he looks like a good coach. He's on a winning team. I mean, Kansas City, since Mahomes been there, been the cream of the crop in the NFL. They've been the gold standard, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the rapport with the team and all that stuff. You're looking like, oh, it looks good. Everybody seems to have good things to say about him. But then coaching jobs come up, coaching jobs pass, and he's still with KC. So it's got to be something. It's got to be something that we, the public, are not aware of. Yeah. Something we don't see. Either bad interviews.
Yeah, but hold, I want to sit it right there, because I don't even know, what does bad interviews mean. Like obviously, we've had our own shares of interviews, job, and maybe you say, damn man, I wish I didn't stumble or mumbled or been more clear and concise. Like does that constitute as a bad interview? I guess.
Well, maybe it's okay. So let's say it like this, because a football interview, you sitting them down and you start asking, and I think Ant might allude a little bit to this too. You start asking about plays, and maybe he can't answer those questions definitively.
Okay.
If I call such play, or if I see such defense, what play you call? And he might not be able to answer that question in a clear, concise way. Because maybe, what I'm saying? So maybe that's part of it. They might say, oh, I don't know if he's gonna be a good fit. Or just maybe either that, or maybe it's just something where he like, I'm gonna wait out and see what Andy's gonna do.
Which I've always thought about too. I've always thought
maybe he's gonna retire. Maybe another kid to kill somebody. I don't know.
Bruh.
Too soon?
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
I don't see the problem here, sir.
No, bruh. I'm mad at you is literally adding to the foolery that has been going on in the I.O.W. Sports Show today. We've had bad internet connection. We've had foolishness in the comments. And then here your ignorant ass coming in literally the last few minutes of the show with some other foolishness. You can't make this shit up. No, put your hands down. Put your motherfucking hands down. No, put your hand down. No, it's. I guess what you're saying that could possibly be an answer of what constitutes as bad interviewing, especially in the terms of football world. That may be the case. I mean, obviously, like you said, we're not getting any type of information on why look. The resume speaks for itself. The whole time he's been an offensive coordinator for the 5 years, he's had buffoonery. Yeah. You know, he's had Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback the whole time he's been offensive coordinator. Look, it's no secret what that offense has been doing the last 5 years since he's been offensive coordinator. You know, and yeah, I agree with Ant because I saw on Travis Kelce's podcast. You know, Travis Kelce himself was like, "Yo, you know, Andy's pretty much calling the plays." But we don't know how much of it, of the percentage, you know, AP saying like Andy's calling probably 80%. If that's the case, then so be it. You know, it is what it is. But Airbnb is part of the offense installment, you know.
Well, let me ask this question too.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I'm part of a team, let's do, because we both cook, so we can probably get this analogy.
Mm-hmm.
You got a sous chef, you got a executive chef.
Yeah.
Right? Sous chef pretty much runs the kitchen. I mean, the executive chef pretty much runs the kitchen. Right? He's the boss, so to speak.
Yeah.
But in some ways, the sous chef, even though he's not quite quote unquote the main boss, he still he's knowledgeable about what's going on from the day-to-day operations.
Yes.
You know, and so he still should be able to step in when the executive chef's not there, or if they have like two different events going on, he can run one event, Zach can do the same thing. So I say that to say, even though quote unquote Airbnb is not calling the plays, he's been in long enough and been around enough of the play calling enough that shouldn't he be able to still coach? Because he's not calling them, he knows what the plays are.
Yeah.
He's in the room when they design the plays. He's in the room when they talk about the plays. He's in the room when they're going over the plays.
Yeah.
You know, and so you see, even with Mahomes said, well, you know, he's hard on me, this and that. So he has some kind of involvement with the day-to-day operation of the offense.
Yes.
So even with him not calling the plays, why should I hold him back?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I mean, I'm not saying that there may be some for some teams that may say that's what it is, but my logic is still is like, so why would that hold them back?
It shouldn't. And just to go to Ant's comment, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't at the same time. And let me explain.
But where he gonna go?
Well, no, because here's the thing: the only move he can make now is a linear move to another offensive coordinator job. So here's why I agree with what Anthony is saying, because if he gets from under Andy Reid, goes off, even if it's a linear move, obviously he can't get a whole head coaching job. All the jobs are taken now. So obviously linear move, offensive coordinator. He interviewed with the Commanders today. Say he gets that. That's actually not a bad gig. They got some pieces over there on the offensive side. You might need a quarterback, but besides that point, you got running back, you got wide receiver, and a couple pieces. But say he goes get the offensive coordinator job at Commanders, he needs to show that, hey, you know, I know it was all sunshine in Kansas City with Mahomes and Kelce, and at a point in time, Tyreek Hill. And it all looked good. It helped build my resume.
Right.
But he needs to show that he can call plays and have a successful offense somewhere else, minus Mahomes, minus Andy Reid. So I agree with Anthony there on that part. The part that I disagree with is that
Anthony.
No, not well, you would definitely say that, but I'm saying the part that I disagree with this take is that my thing is he's already proved himself in the fact that he's been for the last 5 years been part of an offense that has been one of the best. And to prove it even more, here's what bothers me. So remember Doug Peterson? Guess where he came from? He came from Andy Reid.
Right.
Had a couple of years as offensive coordinator. He goes off and gets the job in Philly. He goes and get a Super Bowl. Now, the next year, Matt Nagy takes over as OC. Has 1 year as offensive coordinator. He goes on and gets a job with Chicago the following year. And then comes Eric Bieniemy. So there's two guys in front of Eric Bieniemy that's had the same job. I'm pretty sure done the same roles and same tasks that was given to him by Andy Reid. You know, I'm assuming. I shouldn't assume, but I'm assuming. So my thing is the fact that there's guys like Doug Peterson, and Matt Nagy that have both come from under Andy Reid as offensive coordinators and gotten jobs. But yet this guy who's been an offensive coordinator under Andy Reid for the last 5 years can't get one. Like, make that shit make sense to me, because it don't. It don't make sense to me. How the hell does other guys that have done the same job under the same coach get jobs, but all of a sudden he can't? So make that shit make sense to me. That's why the whole point of it is just not making sense to me.
I thought about that too, man.
Yeah, we thought about that. I definitely thought about that.
You making it No, nobody's saying that.
I didn't.
He's not saying that.
Did you hear me say anything about race?
No, I'm not saying that.
I didn't say anything about race.
Yeah, because
I'm saying as in a job as an offensive coordinator that 3 guys has had under Andy Reid since he's been there since 2013. 2 of them's gotten a job, but the last one can't.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense to me. It has nothing to do with race, because we can't say that Eric Bieniemy can't coach or not capable of doing it. My thing is you got Matt Nagy and Doug Peterson. There's no evidence that they could have made it as a coach.
Right. Well,
now don't get me wrong, Doug Peterson.
Evidence that Mackey can't.
Well, I don't know. Matt Nagy went to playoffs 2 out of 3 years with Trubisky. We got to give that man credit for something. He went to the playoffs with Mitch Trubisky 2 years out of 3. He deserves a little credit. He might be able to do something.
Okay, I still ain't get that. I get Peterson that. Yeah, I think Smitty said the same thing, and same thing Matt said. Are you sure Airbnb wants to leave?
Well, see, and that's the thing. We're absolutely getting nothing.
And that's got to be the only thing, man. All I can think of, man, is that he just don't want to leave, but then at the same time walk over through the motions, because he went on interviews.
Yeah,
if you don't want to leave, just turn him down. If you don't want to leave, why go through the motions?
But I don't know. Let's play devil's advocate, man.
Mm-hmm.
We see how now this I'm making it about race. Now you see how when it comes with the coaches who are black in the NFL, if you don't take those interviews, are you going to be guaranteed to get them in the future? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't take that job, are you really
ready to leave and then you don't take the interview, they can count that against you. So that's I kind of see, yeah. So I kind of see that. But I don't know, man. I just don't believe in just going through motions like that. I mean, I understand why if that's the case, but at the same time, it's like, make a decision.
I hear you.
I mean, and maybe we don't know too. There's another part we don't know. We don't know what Andy might be saying to him. Maybe Andy's stringing him along. Hey, man, this is your job, man. I'm probably gonna leave soon, and he had no intention of leaving. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that. We don't know.
Smitty wild, bro.
What did he say?
Smitty
He
wild.
goes to interviews out of respect for the owner. It doesn't make sense because why does he respect this?
That's a true case, though. I'm actually surprised in the interview. Me personally, I wouldn't even touch anything watching the Commanders until that motherfucker's gone, bro. I wouldn't even touch it.
Yeah, I don't even see how they still getting people to come over there.
Yeah, and that's my point.
He may not even get calls in the future. Teams may just say, "Okay."
It was just
it's kind of what we were saying a minute ago. Yeah, but I do understand that, but at the same time, just like something, it's got to be something. Something we just can't put our hands on, our finger on. I don't understand why this man's not getting a job just based on resume alone, potential alone. Let's say potential, based on potential alone.
Gracie Young ain't too bad on the eyes, dog. I wish he had a meat on it, but
hold it, Gracie
bad on the eyes, dog.
Could think about it like this, man. Belichick coaches got interviews and jobs based on potential. Period.
From being with Belichick,
nobody couldn't thought that Matt Patricia gonna be a great coach. You don't know that. You just assume, he with Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
We can go out and line all the coaches. I'm not gonna go name all the coaches, but all of them failed. And guess what? if another one of his assistants decide to leave, they still gonna get a job because of Belichick. And we can go down the line of how many fail. But everybody hoping that it's like the lottery. Everybody hoping one day this number gonna hit.
Shit, I'm still hoping.
You know what I'm saying? For real. That's how it is, man. It's like the lottery. Everybody hoping that number gonna hit because of Belichick's success.
Yeah.
So if you just take that knowledge, that logic into consideration, he should get a job. There's no way he shouldn't get a job because Andy Reid coaching tree has panned out.
Has success. Doug Peterson leaves and go gets a Super Bowl, bro.
He has proven that he can win.
Yes.
So my thing is like, why?
2 Super Bowls in 4 years, 5 straight AFC Championship games. Y'all tell me if he has the resume to be a coach. Y'all tell me, because I don't know.
It's a DC.
Actually, I don't know shit.
Turn OC, turn backseat driver. Yeah, they finally got rid of Matt Patricia too.
Shit, man. Anyway, look, EB, whatever you do, hey, we always welcome you back in the kingdom, bro. You can always come back to KC anytime you want. We'll see what happens.
They might do them like eagles do. They like birds do they babies to kick them out of the nest.
Stop playing.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, maybe go ahead and do something.
Fuck on out of here, man.
Fuck out of here, man. Make that shit happen.
Oh, I can't. All right, y'all. That's the show, man. Hey, man, this was a fun episode today.
Man, y'all been wilding.
Yeah, we put our bow on the NFL season. So don't be surprised. The only time we'll talk NFL from here on out is just, major headlines and things like that. Obviously, we're gonna have to keep an eye out on certain players like Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, see where they move. Things like that. Head coaches, see what happens with that. Yes, baseball season is here. You're starting to see the team.
You know what, too, Matt? Get ready because we're gonna bring you in for opening day,
bruh. You know what's funny?
Uh-huh.
It's funny you said that because I said last night on the show. I said if somebody go get a mic and a camera, we'll bring them on. They be our sports, be our baseball consultant. Like
take that shit for Nick. He ain't using it. Still too soon.
Hey man, turn this shit off, dog. Hey man, we'll holler at y'all later, man. I.O.W. Sports Network. Y'all see all the social media on the bottom. Catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and the YouTube channel at I.O.W. Sports Network. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. Y'all can catch me, the Wildcard Mon, talking my shit any and every time. Can I be the pickleball guy? Anytime, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Yes.
Yeah, XFL starting soon. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
USFL starting soon.
In April. Yep.
In April. Yep.
Man. But no. Hey man, we love it. Love all the camaraderie.
All right, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all,
man. Good show today. Hey, y'all make sure y'all come kick it with the fellas again on Monday for episode 224. Hey, but if you are up tonight at 11 p.m., come holler at the Wildcard Mar. We'll do a late night out show. Hey man, hey, it's been real. Peace and love. We out here.